Coming to you from Snowdrift, Round 1 Rally America Championship. Standing here at Park Expose at the beginning of Snowdrift. We're covering a bit of details about the classes. In Super Production, the entry list told us we were going to see the returning champion from 2012, Lachlan O'Sullivan, here to battle returning competitor David Sterckx. Also, we're going to have Mason Moyle and Evan Klein competing here at Snowdrift. At the last minute, Lachlan O'Sullivan had to withdraw due to some car issues they did not anticipate, so the car was not ready. And now here we are on game day, about ready to start the rally, and David Sterckx's transmission seems to have given up the ghost. We're not sure exactly how bad the problems are, but it looks unlikely for David Sterckx to have a good rally. David, the car's on jack stands. Doesn't look great to be right before the car goes to Expose. What's going on?
Yeah, no, it looks really bad. The car, we didn't have much time to test, so we tested on Wednesday, and we had some trouble with the gearbox, but not too bad. And we thought it was fixed. And this morning, on the way to the practice stage, the gearbox was totally locked, and I even couldn't drive on the road. So now they're working on it, but I don't know.
So now suddenly we've got Mason Moyle and Evan Klein ready to battle it out. Now Mason Moyle's been doing a lot of practice in the off-season, and he got some coaching from David Higgins as well. This could be a defining rally for Mason Moyle. It's a home turf kind of event. It's one he's done a lot of times, and it's his chance to shine in Super Production. Covering two-wheel drive here at Snowdrift, we've got 3 two-wheel drive favorites returning from last year. Andrew Comrie-Picard here in a brand new Scion, Dillon Van Way here in a redeveloped and advanced Ford Fiesta, and Eddie McNelly in the R2 version of the Ford Fiesta. So we got 2 Fords up against a Scion that are the likely two-wheel drive leaders. Now, if you've been to Snowdrift before and you've seen how sketchy the conditions can get, these guys can easily get caught out. And then if they leave a hole open, we could see Chris Greenhouse there in a heartbeat in his Dodge Neon. I'm standing here with Andrew Comrie-Picard here presenting a new Scion two-wheel drive machine. Tell us about it.
It's awesome. It's some of the old, some of the new. The great thing is this team, you know, they were new to rally a couple of years ago, really about a year ago, and they built a car and they didn't really know much about rally, and so we went and rallied it, and it broke in different ways, and they found out how I bent it. They were kind of surprised by some of the ways we could bend it. So they went back to the drawing board in California, and they built a completely new car to address absolutely everything that we ever had a problem with. You know, we had it up to about 240 horsepower last year, and we expect for 100 acre wood to be pushing 300. But right now, we're running a stock motor and a stock ECU with 100 horsepower.
Dylan, tell us what you've been up to in the off-season and maybe any new changes with your car.
The car's pretty much the same. We detune it down for Snowdrift a little bit just because power doesn't help with no grip. And you know, coming into this season, we've got a new co-driver.
Tell us about your new co-driver. I see what I think is a Welsh flag by his name. There's a lot of good co-drivers coming out of Wales.
Yeah, that's what they say. Everybody says if you want to go fast, get a Welshman. And you know, they say a Welsh accent through the intercom is worth 3 seconds a mile. So
I heard it was Scottish accent.
Yeah. Well, I've heard all kinds of things, but we'll see how it goes. Yeah, it's Andrew Edwards. He's done the British Championship a few times, won some rounds there. He's, you know, pretty successful co-driver, and we're getting on great and writing our own notes this year and just trying to step it up.
What's interesting about that is we're going to have a manufacturer's championship per class for this season. So we've got an overall manufacturer's championship and then one per each class. So Dylan, what do you think about this manufacturer's championship?
I think it's really exciting. I think it's just that much more incentive for people to get involved and manufacturers to get involved, and hopefully that it'll grow the series and the sport here in the States.
So you're clearly representing Ford. Ford's going to be pretty well represented this year. Do you think anybody's going to be able to do battle with Ford?
You know, Subarus are always have a strong presence in rally, but you know, I think Ford's got this one.
All right, so in two-wheel drive, we've got 4 different manufacturers there. This is going to be a really exciting year for two-wheel drive.